Welcome to SHA. CATFISHER VIDS couldn't handle me and kicked me. Welcome, everybody. I'll first go to comments. And the cool thing about having a stream is I went to another guy, Vids, who has been sniping at me. I think, man, here I'm into a truth peace seeking kind of way, man. And let's kind of like be civilized. And I went on his show, and he's stupid, and I'll tell you why. But basically, he's weak, and he kicked me. He said I overtalked, probably true, but all he had to do was mute me. But he really could not handle me, and went weak sauce. And he's been baiting me into talking about him, and he really doesn't interest me. But we'll see what happens today if enough people care. I'll talk about the rat. Why no, he's stupid. I'll actually give you evidence and my credentials, and I will make the case that he might be average, but the basis for my case comes down to comprehension. But here's a likeness of Vids. That is not really Vids. I know you imagine the dummy, but it's a likeness. So when he kicked me, the cool thing is that I get to reply. And that's like, I want the last fucking word. And I've been on this morning, but I want the last word. And I'm getting it, Vids, you dummy. Stupid, man. But I'll go to chat. And let's see how many people are interested in this guy. It's 17. It really has to do with you care about Vids. And he watched me. I was happily, hey, thank you, man. But I don't watch him. So I think the general response is that he's not that good a streamer. He's kind of average or second tier. But he's kind of malicious, not a nice guy. And I'm trying to make truths. And I know a lot of you are mad at me. I know that it's cooler that warriors are more popular than peacemakers. And then I'll go to chat. One thing, motherfucker. Why don't you all who criticize me be hated for years? For years. Why don't you respond? Maybe after all those years, you just want to say enough. This is ridiculous. We're on there and bring about a truce. And that's what I want for a couple people. A GLM, and she's kind of observed it pretty much. And I've tried to. And then there's a pervert in Britain. Let's just stop. People know my feeling toward you, but he said he was going to work on some AI. He wanted to use content. But I know that. I think GLM got a good side to her, but not really that guy. And Vids. So I finished up. I was going to do an hour, but this nice guy came up. And then my wife was up and getting ready for work, and I had an hour before I had to take her. So I said, okay, the computer's in front of me, the mic, and there is Vids, I see, and I haven't gone there. So I went up thinking like, hey, there's only two basic things I understood that he was mad at me. One, that a German lady caught him catfishing, and I forget the other one. I don't remember this guy really. But, okay, let me go up because I have a new agenda. It's trying to make a truce. And it's really righteous because the views are in people fighting, and the proof is that let's see what happens if people get mad at me for wanting truce or peace. But then again, most people are here. If they're interested in this Vids, they'll stay. If not, they'll probably leave. I don't know. So it's 20. This is actually an accurate likeness because I'm being real. Vids, I think, has been baiting me because his views have been going down. SHA's has been really good for the last couple of months, although the last stream or two did okay, but not great. But some people like Vids. Because he was on in the morning. And so I tried him, and he would get like 70 views, and lately he's gone down, man. He might be a has-been, so I don't blame him. And he's good at baiting people because I went there, but usually I would not. So I'm going to smash him with the truth. And there's something, this is why people get mad at me, because it's the truth. And Vids, you're not that smart, and you're second tier streamer. He's not a good streamer, really. And I'll lay my case out. And you don't have to like someone to be a great streamer. I think Jimmer is a great streamer, but I don't like him as a person. Right? You get the idea. Waze Doggy is a horrible human being, but he puts up a good hate campaign. There's a certain talent, evil in that. But Vids, you just don't have it, man. Yeah, Samuel. Yeah, you don't, man. And bring up Terry, who I don't like. I don't care that much about politics. But when someone don't like America, then I care. Then I care. And I had discussions, and this guy described himself as a globalist. Kidding or not, I said, you don't seem to like America, because he subtly, he was jabbing at America. So I bring up the truth on this last vid show. The truth is, America has been groovy with some nations in particular, and World War II, America got in the war. Roosevelt didn't really want to because the polls showed Americans did not want to get in war. And then Churchill came over and smoothed. And I think, in a sense, Roosevelt, he saw the bad guys. I mean, if you were paying attention, the Nazis were the bad guys, and they conquered continental Europe. And we're early in the show, so let me just bring up, I think this guy came up before, and I kind of liked him.
What's up,
man?
Sam Hill?
So I'm interested in history, and there's this German guy, and I could tell he don't like America. And yeah, I love my country. I said he's from Germany. You know the history with how America helped Germany?
Yeah.
Can you talk about it a little bit?
America helped Germany by obliterating them motherfuckers. That's how it happened.
No, that's not true.
Oh.
I mean, it's true, but not what I was after. Let's see. I'll try to explain
it. What were you after? Were you after the oven cooking of the Jews, or what?
Whoa. You brought up the darkest, most evil thing. But that's a good point. So let me try because Roosevelt, who was a president at the time of the Nazis and stuff.
Yeah.
He had secret reports that the Nazis were exterminating Jewish men and children by gassing them and putting them in ovens. Now, most of the world didn't really want to, probably didn't believe that. It wasn't well publicized. Maybe it was too dark, I don't know. But the historians discovered that a Jewish man or something had gone in to tell Roosevelt. So he knew who the bad people were. This is before America entered the war. He knew that the Nazis were bad. And interrupt me if you want to say something.
Was there TV back then or what?
No, TV, you mean, came in the early 50s, if I'm correct.
So they had to talk over the radio.
Great point.
Everybody.
Yeah, the radio was all powerful. And then movies maybe once a week. But yeah, the radio, TV, and now the internet.
So do you think all them radio messages were truth and everything?
What a great question. Well, let me say my little bit first, and then we can talk to Chad. And welcome, sir. All right. So Roosevelt had a problem because, like Trump does the thing you want because he won an election. Excuse me. And in these polls, Trump's doing really well. So Trump's not playing to the radio, the TV, the internet, but to people who vote, who really dig him. That's how you understand, I think, Trump. Because the media, his last speech, half the people were sick. But Trump is not playing to them. He's really brilliant.
Trump is fucking them up, and they don't like that shit. He's not going to lay down to all these fucking other.
Whether or not you like Trump, and I like some things about him and not others. He has an amazing popular poll.
He's got big nuts. Is what he's got.
Well, big numbers.
Big nuts, and he's not scared to fucking throw his nuts around.
Why do you keep saying nuts?
Because he's got big kahunas, man.
Just say balls.
Or whatever.
It's not whatever. Kahunas are nuts or balls. Nuts is weird because how's a nut like a ball? Yeah.
Fuck, right? I don't know. Ask your wife. She'll tell you.
Why? English is her second language.
Well, ask her. She might
ask her what?
Why are they called nuts?
How would she know, dude?
Well, have you ever seen a walnut?
Oh, well, why don't you just say walnut? Why did you bring up my wife and give me a hard time? Just say balls, maybe they're like a walnut. But no.
They are like a walnut.
Well, the interior of the walnut is shaped cool. Right? Curvy. But only the outside could be compared. But I get it, I guess. Thank you. Now, Roosevelt had a problem that he saw the bad guys. So even if he wanted to enter war, he didn't want to do it with not the majority of Americans supporting that, because he was still a politician, had to get elected. So how could he help the British? Illegally, probably. You know what? You know land lease? Do you know that thing?
I know what a land lease is. Yeah.
And the application in World War II.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there, but I know what a land lease
is. Okay, let me go further then. All right, the answer is no, you don't. So it's like Roosevelt admired the British people, and he sided against Adolf Hitler, right?
Yeah.
In his heart. And he got those reports, what I talked about. Most of the people, probably including the Germans, didn't know the extermination that really Nazis did in concentration camps. He knew it, but the American people did not. So what he did was he wanted to help the Brits. And at that time, the Nazis had actually conquered all the motherfucking nations, at least most of them, Europe, except for Britain. Right? It looked like the smart gambler would have said Hitler's going to win.
Right.
But Roosevelt, it's like he wanted to be more than a president. He wanted to be great and do the right thing, right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't care about money because he was rich. If you have so much money, it's easy not to care as much. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this: how did he get rich?
Family wealth, inheritance. Teddy Roosevelt was his cousin. Anyway, so Roosevelt partly handled that problem. He wanted to help the British by land lease. What he did was he gave all these ships and groovy things to help the British in war, and he called it legal because he was supposed to be neutral. Like the Brits were leasing this. But it was, everybody knew what was going on. He was trying to help the British. But then he never could, man, even though the British were in trouble and needed America, he never could find a way to get the United States into World War II, and then something happened. What happened?
We got into World War II and obliterated the...
How did we get it? By the way, I as long as you don't drink, I approve of drinking if you can handle and have a good time. But what are you
I'm
drinking?
Drinking right now.
I know, obviously, but you sound like a good time. What are you drinking?
Michelob Ultra. I'm fucking...
Michelob?
Michelob Ultra, yeah.
So that's Michelob American beer?
Yeah, I'm American.
Dude, I like Michelob.
Well, then
I'm
drink
not going
some.
at your
It's only
Michelob.
95 calories and only, what is it, 2.6 carbs
Yeah,
per
but you want to
serving.
get drunk. Who gives a fuck about weight? Your main goal is to get a little buzz.
Well,
You're
yeah,
not thinking about taking off weight, right?
right. Well,
Hey,
we're not
dude,
thinking about putting more weight on, so.
do I appear buzzed to you right now?
Mm-hmm.
What kind?
He's fucking drunk and higher than a cooter
No,
brown.
not alcohol.
What do you eat, fentanyl?
Dude, why do you bring that up?
Well,
No, I'm not doing fentanyl.
you're stoned to the fucking
Yeah, I'm stoned.
brain.
Just on
Yeah.
normal,
Well, guess what? I'm smoking a bowl and drinking a beer right
but
now.
I don't use the word bowl because I
Well,
don't take a
that's
lot of
because
it.
you're. What do you fucking do? One hits?
No, I
What
like
do you do? What do
infused.
you call yours?
I like infused joints. They're very high percentage.
Oh fuck you! What you roll it in keef and dabs fucking oil?
What's wrong with rolling it?
Why don't you
I
just
like.
smoke?
I had a machine. I like to roll it. That's part of the. Why are you so critical? I like rolling it. It's all part of the same deal. Why are you giving me a hard time on that? I could. I don't know what to do with that machine, but I like rolling it.
Okay, well after you roll it, what
God.
do? Do you drizzle wax all around it and dip it in keef?
That's a good idea.
Well,
I thought keep was just like the bad marijuana. What is keep?
Keef is the trichomes off your fucking weed. You need to
Oh,
get a
really? Yeah, I know
You
what those
gotta
trichomes
grind
are. Those little white. So, how do you take the keep? Is it oil or what?
No, you grind in a grinder. You get a
Right.
Santa Cruz grinder.
I have a grinder.
Compartments. It's got compartments. Well,
Okay, what do you put in the grinder, dude?
You flour, dumbity.
Okay, I don't know. So if
What
I
do
go
you
to my dispensary, I say, "Give me keef." Is that
Yeah,
right?
they'll have some. Hell
I didn't
yeah, they'll
know.
sell
Thank
that
you.
shit.
You made this stream
Definitely, They'll
worthwhile.
sell you that shit. They'll sell you the wax, the keef,
Okay.
rolling.
Well,
papers,
in a way, I
sell
don't
you
want to
the
go
whole
too
fucking 9
deep
yards.
because I just want to feel good.
Or
I
you
don't
can
want
buy
to.
'em. You can buy the pre-rolls that are already dipped in all that shit. Too.
Okay, let me finish my story. All
Go
right.
ahead.
The main point is I want to read chat. But you don't know what got us into World War II. Is that right? Okay. Yeah. So did you graduate from high school?
I did. Yes.
And I won't ask you any more other than to say, where do you know where your school district office is?
No. Yeah. I mean, what the fuck? I don't.
Okay, so go.
I don't even live in the same town no more.
Well, you use the internet.
I don't even
Email
live in
them
the
this.
same state.
If I get their email, and I want you to email them saying you were responsible for a good education. I don't even know how we got in World War II. I want an apology or sue them, or I'm going to go sue because you didn't give me. Dude, you don't even know what got us into World War II.
What got us into World War One?
Winston. What's his name?
know.
Woodrow Wilson wanted to align with the Allies. So Woodrow Wilson, I believe, made that decision to get us in the war. So what about, wait, let me get back to, you'll see how stupid I'm going to make you feel. And I apologize because you should.
Make me feel stupid.
I'm going to give you the answer.
I already know I'm stupid. I don't give a fuck.
But you're on with me. Can you try?
Let's go.
I'm like the smartest.
Don't
let me give you the
on.
answer. And I want to kind of feel ashamed because if you got a high school degree, you don't know that the Japanese bombed us at Pearl Harbor. You never heard of that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And you know what happened because of that?
World War II.
Yeah, now Roosevelt had popular support. And right after they invaded us, because it was our territory, I don't know if it was a state yet, it was like an attack upon U.S. Territory. So now most of the people say, yeah, motherfucker, go get the Japanese. And why? Well, how did Germany? I mean, we were attacked by the Japanese. So why did we fight with Germany?
Because
so you get some history.
World War. They fucking.
You don't know. Why don't you just say you don't know?
I don't know.
Only on SHA. Not the people care.
I give a fuck.
But that's our history, man. It's part of being an American.
Well, guess what?
Okay, let me tell you why. All right,
Give
that
me World War III and we'll
we
talk.
were attacked by Japan, but we weren't at war with Germany. And probably
I
most
don't
people
care.
said, okay, can you shut up a little bit for the people who
Yeah, go
do? I
ahead.
mean, there's one or two of
Go
you.
ahead, hurry up.
Where you're drunk? Where are you
Okay,
off to?
quit.
Like you have much to do,
Well, I'd
or
rather
me?
bullshit than listen to
No, it's
you.
not bullshit. It's real history. So Germany had a pact with Japan. So Germany declared war on us because they were obligated because
I
they were
already
allies with
said that.
Japan. And
I
then,
already
of course,
said
they
that.
declared war on us. So that got us into World War II. And
I already said that.
I was fighting. You know this Terry who comes on some panels, this German guy?
I know. Oh yeah, yeah. He gets real mad
Well,
at
but
Joe
he's
Walsh.
a. Uh,
Joe Walsh goes,
I'm
"Hey,
really
Hitler."
pro America. And yeah, we did some bad things, but we should celebrate the good things. And one good thing is that Terry grows up in the most prosperous city, Germany, Berlin, in Europe. And that's because the communists, in our agreements, because we were allies in World War II, we agreed that Russia should only have half or East Berlin. And the Allies, the three of us, would get the other. I can think of two. Us, Britain was their third one. Anyway, but then, not only that, but the communists at the time wanted all of it, wanted the world,
Right.
including all of Germany. By the way, you know what Putin was before he became a dictator?
Yeah, yeah. He was the president of Russia
And
before he changed.
before that,
I don't give a fuck what he ever was. I just
he
know the
worked
fucking charge.
KGB. He's
Good for him.
KGB, and he served in
I
East
don't
Berlin.
care about
Why are
Russia.
you here? What do
Do
you want?
you let me ask you this: are you
Sure.
scared of Russia? Or are you with Russia? Are you with
That's a great
Ukraine?
question.
You,
I
I'm
think,
not scared
well,
of
let me
Russia.
answer. As long as they're attacking us, I'm against them. What about
They ain't
you?
attacking us though.
What about you?
I'm with Russia.
Okay.
Fuck Ukraine. They're the most corrupt country in the
Yeah.
world.
Russia's
Always
not
have
corrupt.
been. Yeah, Russia's
No,
corrupt
there's a
too.
lot of corrupt nations. We had
Right.
something called
Russia's corrupt.
the mafia. We have
We're
corruption in
corrupt
our
as fuck.
politics, right?
We're fucking corrupt as fuck. We're probably the most
Well,
corrupt.
no, we're not
Come
the most
on,
corrupt.
dude.
That's wrong. We're the
Exactly.
best
It's
country in the world.
close.
But we are, this
We're
is why we're
close.
corrupt, because money drives politics. So that's
Fucking
corruption,
money
right?
drives this world.
A lot of it. But there's
All
good
of it.
people and there's, did money drive Jesus Christ?
I'm not talking about now them days. I'm
Oh, you
talking
said all
these
of
days.
us.
Hey, guess what?
Don't put
Guess
down the
what?
power of the Lord, sir.
Okay, okay. Well then,
I got you.
Lucifer is about to try to take a world over. That's who's trying to take the world over.
Well,
And guess what?
Lucifer,
When
if
that
you
happens,
believe,
guess
if you
what?
believe,
When
has
that,
always
hey,
wanted to take the world. You're making
yeah.
it seem
Guess
like
what
it's
happens?
recent.
Guess what happens when he does? The
What?
wrath's gonna come. That
The,
is gonna burn.
what about?
Your
Are you talking
fucking
about
face
rapture?
off.
What about rapture?
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
burn your faces off. Fire. You're
but
all dead.
I've got kids, and hopefully not for a
No,
long time.
no,
Would
you
you
won't have
agree? I don't
shit.
want the rapture yet.
Hey,
All right.
guess yeah, you ain't gonna choice.
No.
You don't have a choice, motherfucker.
Well, if you
You
believe
either
as you, you're probably. What about free will? Do you not
look at the
believe in
rules.
free will? What? You don't believe in free will?
Yeah, do you think this fucking motherfucker ain't sitting there watching us all up here fucking about to throw nukes every fucking which direction? Are we gonna call
The
a
threat of
nuclear?
Russia is ultimately not their
It ain't
economic.
the threat of Russia. It's
It's
a
they
threat
have
of
a
the whole
nuclear
world.
arsenal. They got a bunch of
Give a
bombs.
fuck. You
Right?
think one of them? All it takes is one. Once one's launched, it's a fucking all-out.
Probably.
God,
So,
it is.
so
Why
there was
wouldn't
this journalist. I watched Alex Friedman or something, and he said by the time a missile is launched at
it?
America,
Got 30
the
seconds.
president got 30 minutes, something like that.
I think it's 30. Yeah,
It might be
depends
8
on where it
minutes.
was.
It might
Yeah.
be 8. It's
I think it
really
might be
like
30.
He's a dictator in the sense that only he
I think it is
approves.
30
And
minutes.
the thing is that they can't call back the missile. So
No, there's nothing they can do. They can't self detonate it.
yeah, once they
can't
launch it,
fucking-
yeah, it's done.
done.
It's
Yeah, we're
done.
all, and then
Can we
once
talk
you
about
see
something
one-
else, please?
No, we're getting ready. Let's go.
No,
The
I want to
rapture.
go back to history because
Okay, if it's an all-out nuclear war, would we
no,
call
it's too
that?
depressing. I don't
No,
want to
would
talk
we
about it.
call that the rapture though? Would that be the rapture? Would
Oh,
that be God's-
that's an
would
interesting
that be
thought.
God's coming through the people?
Gosh,
of a nuclear
that's a
war?
really
See?
good point.
Maybe God pushes the button,
Wow.
says it's time, it's over.
Why don't I know that?
The
You know, you're
rapture.
kind of smart, dude. You're not just a
Well,
drunk.
No.
You're
I'm
kinda
not even
smart.
drunk.
I mean, that was a really. So let me tell you.
Tell
Well,
me
let's
what.
read chat first. Sorry, I don't want to go on hours. So let's appreciate chat, and then vids.
Spooky Girl's here. Spooky Girl, would you ride Spooky Girl's big old melons she has?
If I was single, both of them, of course. If I was single, I mean,
You
not.
seen the size of them things?
They make money for her.
Not anymore. She ain't no whore no more.
I never called her a whore. I think she
Whatever,
called herself
an
a
internet
sex
hoe.
worker. No, there's a big difference.
Whatever. She did porn.
Has she done? You know, I like her, but has she done porn? Maybe. I don't know
No,
that
she
much.
did porn. That's how she got famous.
Do you know Poon Handler?
Yes.
He said he
you've
did-
Been on, you've been on
Okay,
the
we were.
fucking
He
thing.
did 2 porns. He said. He said he
Oh,
was in
yeah.
porn. He did.
Yeah.
I imagine I could have been in porn, but I
Well,
was
you got
because
fucking big salami, do you?
no. My point is, I don't want anybody watching me have sex except the dame I'm making sweet loving with. I said, doesn't that bother you? Who wants to do it with people? And it didn't bother him. I think he probably liked it. Man, it's a cool thing to do. I don't want nobody watching, but he did. He's a very weird guy, don't you think?
Poon? I like
Yeah.
Poon.
You like Poon?
He can party. He's cool.
I know you're not part
You like
South Asia, Korean, right?
Fuck, I'm American, motherfucker.
Well,
White.
there's Korean Americans, motherfucker. You get that point?
She has to fight the day after.
You're interesting. Like you'll say something really smart and then you'll say something really dumb.
That's because I can.
I know. It's kind of impressive.
Does it
Most
matter?
people are either stupid like Vids or smart, but you're like both. You know? It interests me.
You said this last time. You're all fucked up on Poon handlers.
Good memory.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's my point with the Hitler stuff? That it got us in the war. I don't
You
know.
never
Were we
told me
talking
your-
about war? I don't know.
You never told me your thoughts on Hitler, though. Did you like the guy?
Just mainstream. No, he was evil and horrible.
Okay.
But I'm interested in the nuances. So he was a horrible man, but one woman loved him so much she committed suicide that she couldn't live without him, and that was Braun, Eva Braun, and they were lovers. I don't think they got married the day of they killed themselves. But my point is, he was a evil man, and yet some woman loved him.
How old
And-
are you?
How old do you think I am?
Fucking at least like 63 or something.
No.
What?
Why does your avatar look like an eyeball? What is that?
That's
A
a-
planet? What is that, man?
It's a funnel cloud.
What's
Start
a
of
funnel?
Start of a tornado.
Oh,
See that black thing up there?
you're a
That
very
thing
interesting man.
fucking- That was a storm picture, buddy.
It's like you like art and stuff. You know, to bring that up requires an artistic sensibility.
I took that picture on my phone. Get
Are
ready
you
to-
like an artist?
Yeah, I'm an artist. I am actually.
Do you like to draw?
No, I hate fucking drawing.
You don't like to do any art?
Fuck no.
Then why do you
Not
call
that
yourself an
kind of art.
artist? What?
You called me an artist, so I agreed with
Well,
it.
look at this
man.
thing you did. That was
I
pretty
didn't
cool.
do that. That's a goddamn
Dude, it was.
picture from my phone.
And why am I looking at it? You didn't do
I
it.
don't
Well,
know
don't
if I'm
be
looking
stupid.
at
See,
it.
now you're stupid. Obviously, it's your creation, and it's cool. And I'm complimenting you.
All
So why do you
right,
give me a
thank
hard
you.
time?
Thank
I
you,
like it
sir.
a lot.
I still answer the question. How fucking old are you?
Did you go to college? I mean, how did you get smart?
I didn't go to college.
You didn't go
I've
to
always
college?
been smart. I didn't even have to fucking do
So
any
if you've
homework
always been smart,
all
how come
through
you didn't go
school.
to college?
Because I would rather party and get high and drink beer and fucking smoke weed and just fucking shit like that. So I just
So
went,
when
I
you get
just went out straight to
right,
work. I didn't
I get
go
it.
to college.
So when you're very short term, kind of make me feel good now and fuck the future. The problem come, the future came, motherfucker, and look at you
I
now.
don't have kids.
You're on with
I don't
me.
have kids. I don't have kids. I don't have nothing to give my money to.
Kids are cool. That's
I
sad,
ain't
man.
got
It make
none.
me.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want none of them little.
Well, if you had kids, you give a fuck. Don't you get it?
Well, guess what? I never wanted to do. Ever have fucking kids.
Be smart.
That's why I wear condoms, man.
Mission accomplished.
I wore condoms every
I
time.
insulted you. See, what I want to say is,
You can't insult me.
let me
you
say this.
motherfucker.
This is one of the things I want to point out.
Well, talk it up, boy. What you got?
When we're in school, the teachers have to determine our instructional level. You know what instructional level means?
No.
How students, the level at which they're supposed to be taught,
Yeah.
the level of curriculum. Because you're not going to teach 8th grade curriculum to somebody who's not even 2nd grade. I'm going to hang on a minute.
Okay.
Okay, I coughed. So there's something called, let's take reading ability, because if you're in school,
I can read.
if you're a teacher, you want to know what level the kid reads at, right?
Yeah.
You determine that with a good test.
I can speed read.
Well, that's not necessarily intelligence, but we're talking about reading tests, and there's something called the RAT, WRAT, a Word Recognition Achievement Test, and it
That's
gives
for the
you
retards, man. Come on, dude.
a
That's
mentally
for
challenged
retard.
person can have a higher. There's 2 scores on the RAT. Can have a higher word recognition
Were you
than
a
you.
Were you a
Okay,
tard
can you
growing
stop? Can you stop saying that? Or you can leave.
up? What, you don't like that word?
Say it once more and you're gone.
Really?
Yeah, try it if you want. Call my bluff, motherfucker. Now I want to prove it. You're not good enough to keep.
Well,
Go ahead and say it. I challenge you. So you can't win. You're a pussy if you don't say it. And if you say it, you're gone. So I got you, motherfucker. Do it. You get it?
yeah, but you don't win. You want
No, I'm in control. That's a win.
Yeah, but you don't
I
win.
determine your fate, not your free will.
No, shit.
So what did I want to say? So
You
so
need
look,
a Mick Ultra, man.
let me go into this about intelligence.
Snap into a Slim Jim,
Dude, I'm an expert. I got those degrees. So let me go with what I understand,
You
right?
still never answered how old you are. I'm on that yet, motherfucker.
I'm in my 40s.
That's it. I'm older than you.
You're stupider than me.
I don't give a
That's
fuck.
important too.
It
Okay,
don't
look,
matter.
dude, let me finish. Really, let me finish.
Hurry the fuck up.
Again, where do you have to go?
Well, I just don't want to listen to a drag out
Then
long
leave.
fucking story.
Then can I How about why don't you have some pride and leave? You're
No,
not
I
smart
ain't
enough for
leaving.
me. Dude, you're
not
not
leaving.
smart enough.
Yeah, I am. You already
You
said
just
I'm
said you're
smart.
dumb. You self-described as dumb,
Oh,
and I
who
agree.
gives a fuck?
Either way, you
And
lose
then
again.
you just told me I'm smarter. Fucking.
You have some smart
Sure.
comments. Yeah. I think you're
Yeah.
drunk. That brings out your dumminess.
No, we're not drunk.
I thought you said you were drunk.
No, we're not.
You're not drinking? I thought you said you were drinking.
I'm not drunk, dipshit. That's
So
why
you
I
sound
drink
like this
beer.
idiot When you're not
yeah,
drunk,
I'm
if
a
you were drunk, you'd have an excuse. You sound like this not drunk.
Yeah, I'm a slack-jawed yokel Southern motherfucking man.
I'm Southern, so
You
that's
mad,
not going to
nigga?
work. You're like my
Not you,
grandfather would call you white trash.
Get
You
up
white
here,
trash,
Poon.
man.
Let Poon up here. Get this motherfucker.
Poon's not back.
He close to hammered. No, I ain't.
I don't like Poon that much. I don't like
Why?
Poon that much. He's a racist.
Oh my.
Hang on. Bye. So the rat. Oh, I'll get to chat. Let me just finish my thought. No racist. I won't bring up racist. You got that, bigot?
I never said one thing racist, though, did
I think you're just plain. I don't think you're racist.
I? Oh,
Don't you support Israel and the
Like,
Jewish people?
Poon knows. I'll call
Do you
him.
love the Jewish people? You don't have to be Jewish to love the Jewish people, right?
Are you Jewish?
No, but I love the Jewish people.
Why?
Wow. You see, this
I
is such an
only
obvious
want-
question, but nobody asked me.
The only fucking Jews that I know that like Jews is Jews. I don't know anybody else that like.
Okay, let's go to the Bible. Have you heard of the Bible?
Yeah, I read it. I got one by myself.
So someone said
Sometimes.
that God say, see, I don't know about people, but God called the Jews the chosen people. Did you know that, dummy? Did you know what religion was Jewish? Sorry, I blew the line. Then I'll stop with this. I apologize. What religion was the Son of God?
Hebrew.
Yeah, he was a Jew. And now you're denigrating the Jews?
I didn't. I just don't give two fucks about them.
But care because Jesus was Jewish, right? Don't you care about Jesus?
That's hearsay.
Well, why were the religious people? I get all the nobody can relate. But the woman who is the most cool with knowledge of the Bible hates me.
Well then, okay. How many?
The atheists were cool, but
hey, knucklehead.
I'm not a knucklehead. I would head you out to the dummy farm, to the University of Dummies.
How many times has the Bible been rewritten?
Well, I'm not discussing the Bible. I'm just trying to make a general
you
point.
were discussing the Bible, buddy. I heard the Bible come out of your mouth, and you.
Yeah, but I'm not religious. See, I just want to make points.
Either. I just want to.
Well, obviously.
How many times?
And look at you. Maybe if you had religion, you wouldn't drink so much.
I got religion.
Oh, and
I'm not drinking that much.
I thought you said you didn't have it. Now you're confusing me. I thought you said you don't.
Bullshit.
Can you like be hip, man, and not play? You're just playing me. Can you like go? Well, I respect if you act out the word. I respect that, man. But we worship a Jewish man, do we not?
Listen to me.
Or God, son of he had on earth. He was a man.
Here's what I don't believe in. I don't believe in churches.
Intelligence.
I don't believe in anybody making any type of money whatsoever off religion.
Well, I agree with you.
It should not.
Yeah, I agree.
Money.
I agree.
Money is the root of all evil.
Well, a lot of evil. We agree, man. I think most people probably agree.
It contradicts itself. It's so dumb that way.
See, here's some more smart. But you're very. But I gotta get going on the chat. You've done well, man. Maybe leave it a good point.
Well,
Do you get better than this?
Yeah, I am getting ready to go to the bar here.
Good.
About 10 minutes.
What are you gonna drink at the bar?
More beer. I just drink beer.
Why don't you try hard liquor?
No, that.
Really, I'm serious.
Why?
Single malt Macallan's.
Why?
Because you don't have to drink as much, and you don't have to keep getting up and going to the restroom. And it tastes better.
Shut up, Nancy. Man, grow us.
No, the macho men.
How much do you weigh? Like
the macho.
130?
No, around 200. It fluctuates like 3 or 4.
How tall are you?
5'11".
5'4".
5'11". How tall are you?
I'm 5'11", but I'm fucking 2.
Everybody, since I've said that, they used to say 6 foot. Me too. I used to tell people, but
I'm
now 5'11".
5'11".
Everybody's 5'11". No, I'm
I'm
5'11", and I
250.
don't.
I'm a
Everybody's
big.
saying you're
Oh,
like, dude. You
fuck.
sound like 5'9". You're not
No, I'm
5'11".
5'11". Bullshit, buddy. I will fucking stand eye
Well,
to
maybe
eye.
you used to be in boots, but a lot of that
No,
gravity. How old are you
no,
again? You sound like in the mid 40s.
I'm 50,
Oh,
51.
wow, wow.
I ain't scared.
You're like one of the oldest people I've ever had up. I
I
mean,
don't
I'm
give a
not
fuck.
denigrating you. Like,
Yeah,
who's
you
cool?
are.
Mike
So
Tyson is
why?
like 50, isn't he?
Fuck
And
no,
he's
he's
cool.
65, dipshit.
No, he isn't more. Hey, that you got dipshit from Poon. Why don't you create your own
No,
little
I
insult,
didn't.
moron?
I didn't get that
You
from
did
Poon.
too.
I
Oh,
got that from my daddy, motherfucker. Poon's not
you
my
know,
dad.
my family, motherfuckers recently accepted. It's if you think about it, it's a really bad.
You're lucky I'm
Fucking
not
mother is
calling
not a
you
good
the N
thing.
word and getting banned. Because then Poon, I'd be calling Poon the N word right
Yeah.
now.
Well, that's Poon, right? I said he was a racist.
He don't care. Yeah, he don't care.
Okay. Anything else? You don't care. If you don't care, don't be here. Really. I'm
I
fine
didn't.
by
I said
myself.
he don't care. I didn't say you don't care.
All you do is talk about Poon. Go talk to Poon.
I'm
Okay.
waiting for
I
you to
gotta
bring
go.
him up. Where are
I
you
got.
going?
Well, I gotta go. But
Oh,
thanks
is
for
your
coming
wife
up, man.
home?
No, I don't want to stay on for hours. I did
Yeah, your
that already.
wife's home.
You want to talk about my wife?
Your wife got home. That's the
No,
only
she's
reason.
at work. And she
I
works.
know. What time she come home?
What time did she come home?
Yeah, what time? What do you think? Couple hours?
Oh, I know
Maybe.
what time she comes. She's
She's on her
on her,
way.
her schedule, Shay. Sometimes we go over in the morning, but yeah, I know her schedule today.
Do you have to cook her food?
Sometimes I don't have to. Sometimes I do.
What are you cooking her tonight?
Um, I like salmon, and you put in oil, and you put a lot of paprika. That
Any lemon?
I got some crab, and it was basically full of this spice, and it tasted good. And it turned out to be paprika. And then, of course, you put a lot of garlic, and it's not that hard, and it's healthy. And
That is good deal.
hot
That's
dogs
good.
are good too. I
Hot
was
dogs are
gonna have
real
hot
good
dogs
too.
today. Yeah, I love hot
Costco,
dogs. Yeah.
Costco hot dogs. Yeah. Get them
I
little
don't
crispy
belong to
dogs.
Costco because I buy too much, and
Why do you buy too much?
because I can.
Well, I mean, what do
Remember you
you?
said
What?
that. I remember.
That don't make no sense. I don't belong
No,
there.
you
You
overly
have a
like
have
food
a big
biologically is
stomach.
meant to be to not be that much to keep you at a healthy weight. So if you what you want, most people consume too much food.
Oh yeah,
So when you go to Costco, there's such quantity.
Hey, what else
It's-
are you gonna do in fucking life? Be a boring fucking life? Is
I like to do things like this to motherfuckers like you who talk about
stop.
boring. You are, here comes the synonym in an image kind of way. A guy who calls himself self-defines asshole 421. I told you to get rid of that, man. It's really, why would you
Why do you get? You
insult
want me to
yourself?
change my name?
Yeah, you seem like a decent guy.
What should I, my name be?
Decent guy.
Okay.
Isn't that good?
I'm a decent
I
guy.
take credit for that, but decent guy. There's so few. You see, you'd be
That
like one of the
sounds
only
so
ones.
bad. That
Be
sounds too bad.
special. You'd be special, like a
That sounds
special
like
ed.
how you talk. I guarantee you've been gay before in your life, haven't you?
No, I haven't been.
Why
I've
did
never
you?
I've never
Who gave
engaged
you?
in I don't even rectal with women. I don't want to have nothing to do with connections. It's an anus. You need
Where
to
did you
expel,
get your
not to
gay? Where did
receive.
you get
I'm
your
not gay.
I know, but where I'm asking you a question. Where did
Okay.
you get your gay? What do you want to call it, analog?
A lot of it is in
Whatever.
academia. There's kind of a monotone, analytical, kind of
You
whiny
hung
way
around
of
with a
talking.
bunch of
So
gays.
probably, and my father was a professor. So it's biologic maybe, and all. That's where I got it from. But I kind of like it. You know, people
Oh, you
talk
got
smart
that
like me. Then there's people like you.
We got that little
What?
fruity fucking voice. Wee, oh yeah.
Well, if you were at Harvard, you'd be
I
respected.
don't go to Harvard.
Where are you ever? Well, duh.
Harvard.
Local community college would be a step up. So,
Yeah.
why are you here, really?
Why
Do I
am
entertain
here?
you? Do you think I'm
Oh,
funny?
entertain-
Do you fucking think? How
I
the
love you.
fuck do you think I'm
Hey,
funny?
And
That's-
you're the best producer on earth producing Reacher. Thank you for producing
Thank you,
Reacher.
man.
Reacher is a top-notch quality fucking series.
Wow, you're getting nice. Why don't you leave with a compliment?
I am.
Because I don't think it's
Samuel,
gonna last.
Have a great
There's a but.
night. I'm
Thank
headed
you,
to the
man.
bar and
But
maybe
try.
we'll-
Wait a minute. Go. Be a little wild. Try some of that hard, like whiskey,
I
or
don't need to try anything.
well, try
I'm
it.
a
And
professional, and you
What do
leave
you
it up to the professionals. boy.
are you really a drunk?
Professional drunk on Friday nights always.
Well, that's not a drunk. Come on, man. Well, that's not a drunk.
Friday
You just like sometimes.
We
That's
let
kind of like
loose.
me,
We let loose on Friday night. I'll be
dude.
back.
I don't work.
Oh,
I, don't- I can loose whenever I
Your
want.
old lady, when she goes to bed, get back up here. I'll come back.
What?
I
What?
said when your old lady goes
Oh.
to bed at night, get back up
Right.
here, start casting. I'll come back. Then I'll be drunk by then.
Oh,
Then
I
you'll
have something to look forward to.
Then
Should I
you'll
alert
see.
the media? Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah. All
See
right.
ya.
Take care. Brush your hair.
Okay. Okay. Isn't that what Artie Lang used to say? Be original. What about me? What? I think I'm done, but I like that guy. The expectation, because he could be smart, but he switched between the two. So the guy plays, right? He's not gonna be himself, and why would he be the first time? But I think he deserves coming up again. See, that's what you don't know. These guests, some are really good. So if you're good, go on to the second round. I mean, you're welcome back. Not everybody won't come back. I'm just saying that he's welcome back. There's certain people welcome here. And certain people, like, if you're an exhibitionist, and you've exposed yourself 30 or 40 times, even if it was a couple years ago, you're not welcome here. Well, and don't like porn bomb using your own dick. Like this guy porn bombed. And most of all, going back to the beginning of the stream, I don't want to fight this guy. Everybody knows how I feel. There's enough information. So what's the dealio with me continuing to spend time on insults? I like this. This guy was a new guy, but I don't like it. I told him to change his name to Decent Guy. But he was more than decent. So that's cool. He kind of surprised. He went with it. He didn't take offense. But that would have been okay too. You see, it was a win-win. If he got offended to me, that would have been entertaining. But he just decent. You probably like him better than me. Anyway, I've been. Oh, I need to get to chat, but I want to make my point about vids and smash vids in the heaviest way, man. The heaviest water, which is truth, because I went to this vids really with intent to say, hey, here's why we had a problem, and he hates German lady, and I've been respectful, and German lady's been up, but she disrespected me recently. So I'm not an advocate. I'm like at neutral point, 0.0 with German lady. But this guy Vids is like obsessed with German lady. But don't blame me, because German lady showed a picture of Vids. True, probably true, not on a good day, where he looked older, and that proved. If Vids acknowledged it was him, I think he has in his way. If that was him, then this Vids sent out pictures from 15 years ago, and it was alleged that he would communicate with some ladies with his catfish picture. So if true, and I do believe it because Vids never denied that was him, I think, if I'm correct. But I don't care that much. But Vids does. So he goes after me, and now he associates with this RDA group, I noticed. He's not even his own man anymore because RDA, they slither and they slide. And where they go, only Satan knows. They're horrible. That's his support. And, what are the results? His views are going down, down, down. But I don't care that much. I mean, I make note of, and it helps me understand. He's not happy. So he tries to find a reason. The reason is, I look at myself. Because if I feel a certain way, other people aren't. I say, well, I found you interesting because new people, right? They don't repeat. It's all the first time. And then after a while, you're not smart. And I stopped watching you. That's just the truth, man. Even now, you shouldn't take out shit on me. But he's picking a fight, I think. Vids, you're picking a fight, man. I don't have that. What do I have against you other than the slander you threw at me? It's like, in life, I thought some people liked me, but for certain reasons, I find later that they're jealous or something. So what's my big beef with this guy? Now, because he said so many horrible things, but they're not true, man. So let me finish this. My truth on you, Vids, is you're average. You're not even above average like Alex. Alex is B student. But you, Vids, you're a C student. And you can convince yourself all you want. But I know, and you know. So, but knowing that, he gets people watching him. Partly because he goes on early in the morning, but not so many lately. So he says, hey man, where are the people going? He don't even, like I lost people bringing up May noodles. And this Vids had some kind of stupid attack because I bring up May noodles. And this is why you're stupid. Because I had to repeat the concept to this dummy and he didn't get it. That I would even bring up Adolf Hitler to show people how evil he was. And I kept saying that. So, coming back to the reading test, called the rat. Is it a good test? All tests are not equal. Part of the determinant is there's a validity statistic, coefficient. Alex I don't like, but he probably understands statistics more than me. But basically, here a good test versus a bad. Does it have validity? Validity means does the rat, for instance, measure what it says it's going to measure, which is reading ability? Does it actually measure that? And then they run stats and everything. And if it measures reading to a high degree, they'll give it a number. 90, I don't remember the number. 9.8. Which seems it would be it's a valid test. It measures readability. So there's a correlate not between word recognition, because the test measures two things. Word recognition, meaning I'm looking at God Almighty. So if I'm given God Almighty, do I say God Almighty and hallelujah after? I'm reading the word. But the true correlate with intelligence is another part of the test, comprehension. Do you know God Almighty is about? And you have to comprehend kind of what that means. God. So that's a measurement of intelligence. Another is how quick people are. So the intelligent people get the understanding of the concept. And sometimes like they'll throw it back. In a humorous way, that's good. So when I was with Vids, And I said, well, I'm all set up. I'm done with my stream. I'll go and because I want my theme to be openly against popularity of views. I want my theme to be trying to be civil and going for peace. That'll get fewer views, but it'll be more fun and righteous. I mean, that's good. And if I go down, there's scripture that talks about the righteous will not be many. So it's very self-serving, right? Oh, if I lose people, they're not righteous. No, probably not. But if I gain people, I got to thank God, or not Vids, because Vids is second tier. So Vids, like in a comprehension, understand the idea. Do you understand that I'm telling you to understand the idea? That I've said it twice, trying to make it smart. It hasn't worked. Won't work. It's dumb. Anyway, so the greatest thing he won't like, it's like one of these trolls is Mrs. Cardinal. And she hate me because years ago, she was accused by others, but I believe it to be true, of animal abuse. I didn't make that up. Did she acknowledge the charge? But forget the charge. I say it because she says terrible, hateful things. She's not just in chat. She spews her venom and hate against me every chance she gets. Because I'm groovy, man. People talk about me. I know a lot of them wish me death and talk that way, but who talks about vids? And that's part of being a groovy streamer. Numbers are important, they are. But being talked about, being a force, having people do parodies and wishing me broken arm. 2 people wishing me death. But Russell got over it real quick. 10 minutes. It was interesting because a lot of people know this Russell. Oh, he'd been around. Oh, so many panels. And yet, I think the only clip of him was when he told me he wanted me dead. And not only, I'm not just saying this, Sam Hill. No, this is not being on air. In real life, I want you dead. And in that moment, I believed him. Luckily, he got over it. Time to go. Under an hour. So cool. Andy Cruz. Here is, I got to speed up because Andy Cruz, why aren't you thanking me? I mean, how many people are sticking up for Andy? I make dude, where's your humility? Andy, I got a likeness. Did I show? I think I showed this. Here's a likeness of Vids. What a dummy, right? But my point is that, and Andy could address this. I don't really want him up that much because I want to go. But when you're on air or in conversation, maybe at the bar, maybe it's with your wife or husband, you get a sense of how smart a person is. I think intuitively, and there's evolutionary, probably in the revolution too, evolutionary reasons that we have to evaluate each other. Yeah, and we do. And people say, oh, no, I never do. Well, most we do. But then you're expected to do more than your first impressions, right? But first impressions are important. Okay, why am I? Who cares? Let me finish. I apologize for being me. But I've always been me. Where am I supposed to go to get away from me? I'm already cool. Yeah, I know I'm cool. Here's a cool picture. I think. Is he wearing a sombrero? Motherfucker, I don't care. I know people with sombreros. They're cool people. They're hardworking people, man. I'm not saying Andy Cruz is hardworking. It doesn't seem like it, but he's working, you know. What do I care? I just wanted to be good on air and seem like a decent person. Why? Andy Cruz seems like a really good guy. I like Andy Cruz. He's really one of the few streams I go to. Yeah. But where's my thanks? Why do people like little feet? Oh, first, let me show you the controversial feat. That a pervert who is an exhibitionist, and he's a pervert, and he says, Samuel, because I tried to find little feet, and I think I did find little people, but whatever, that this guy, it's so obvious, a projection, that this was to be funny too. I was talking about whoosh, because he's short, so most people, so that's it, and he took that, and now he wants me to show, I guess, you can't attack these feet, can you? If you're perverted, I guess you can not find this funnier, because whoosh, it's not that he's got little feet heart. I think these little people, some of these pictures, they were so cool, and one little person was attractive, and if I met her and I was single, I probably would ask her out because she seems so attractive. But I say that, you know, but little people, if I loved her, they go beep, beep, beep. I mean, I get enough beep, beep, beep from my wife's 5 foot when I'm spooning with her. Beep, beep, beep. So it sounds absurd. How could a short Randy Newman? Fuck, he knew it. Randy Newman, the song "Short People." I thought it was parody, but except for the nihilism or wishing short people to die, other than that, he had some good points. Though short people, they don't deserve to die. But a lot of that, what Randy said, beep, beep, beep. He said, short people go beep, beep, beep. And I thought it was absurd, but it's true. I've been listening. I've been hearing a lot of beep, beep, beep. Take me away to chat. I just, that Randy Newman, you got to know the song. That means I probably wasn't funny, but I covered. No, it's a funny. Short People by Randy Newman. The rest of the way, folks, it's all chat. Thanks for showing up. Being civil is anti-American. Mike won't stand for this. Brittle Mop. Andy, I'm chatting from my pod. Civil is woke. Oh, did I do this before? Probably. Not only did I do this an hour ago, but I'm doing it again. Calling it out is based. Mike, Brittle better get in a cell. The COs will see you on the phone. Yeah, there's a rumor that Brittle Mafia is in jail. I never believed it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but they make up stuff. Brittle, is that you? Just Me? Hey, Just Me. Just Me is really good. I follow a couple of her streams. I really like her. So smart. Just Me. Wow. Thanks for showing up. Hello? It's just me. No, it's not just you. I'm the one. It's me. What do you mean you're me? You're not. You're just you. You're not me. There's only one me. Me. I'm trying. I'm trying. How are you, Mike? SHA. Talking about hero. Saucy Sue is one. And did I talk? I think I might have mentioned this. I'll say it again, or maybe the first time, that Sue and I have only said it's cool because we're civil. We never claimed great friendship. So people trying to divide us, it's not, there's no division because we're civil, and that allows for respect. And she don't always agree with me. So I would say, I'm glad she didn't take Sue's advice, Sue advised my wife to leave me. How dare you, Sue? Well, that would have hurt. But hopefully, have you changed your opinion? Maybe have her slash me if she. I never block her way, ma'am. And I, saucy Sue. Look, I've never laid my hands on a woman. The worst is maybe a little spittle, but never. No, most men don't. It's from childhood. And my sisters sometimes, she'd go at me. My mom, no, she's a girl. Whatever that means. But I think I know what that means. That you don't put a man don't put his hands on a woman, basically. But I'm looking for the likeness of a hero. I won't go through the whole story, though I love doing it. But here is a hero named Saucy Sue likeness. I'm here. I'm not doxxed. It's kind of for fun. But what I do, get some laughs or provoke, is nothing compared to a mother saving the life of her unborn child. It's hard. Saucy Sue was so heroic. And then she got to come down, deal with lesser people on the floor, metaphorically. Like she's so high above in morals, and that's why she went at me. Because most of us hold back, right? You don't even defend me. Like you'll be a wrench for 5 years, but Mike defended me. So prove, especially the mods. I want every mod to DM me 2 times you've defended me, or you're fired. 2. It should take 10 or 15 minutes. Or, no, that's the role of a mod. You're a mod, and yet, don't be, I dig the Princess Kate, but it bothers me she don't defend me. That's it. All of you mods. Who are the mods? I'm telling you, on public record, Saucy Sue. I want those 2 PowerPoints. Brutal Mafia. Well, I'll probably get rid of you anyway, but. Okay, I'm just kidding. What? No, thank you for being a mod. Okay, I'm trying, but that's a political reference because Trump told federal workers they were obligated to write down to your supervisor 5 points how you have helped the country, done your job. And people say, "Oh, how dare you? I worked here. How dare you expect me to justify my job? What am I? Aren't I working for myself?" It's so ridiculous. Why do federal workers not have to justify their existence? Because if you do groovy work, it should be easy. And you're boasting. Right? I'll boast. I am the smartest, the wittiest, not the nicest, best looking, not the best at chat. But Saucy Sue is the best at grabbing for a knife and jabbing horrible men who want to take a stick and attack her and her unborn child. So it's like on one level, I'm talking to Sue in chat, but she's so much more. She's like a hero in real life. And it's depressing to see how she's treated. She fought me. What Sue did was, she didn't like me saying to, here's such a horrible thing to say. May, you don't want to be with Alex. It won't end up well. And people use that against me, but that's a crown I wear, glory bound. I stood up, and people use it like this vids is so stupid. I made the point. People didn't like it. It made me unpopular in May's chat, but it was the right thing to do. And right thing, yeah, because you know who said it was the right thing to do? May Noodles said I was right. So he didn't get that. I'm done with. He's not smart. You get a sense. Ask the streamers one-on-one, and it's like he did not comprehend. I'd make a point that most people in chat, I don't know about Brutal Mafia, would get. The only credit like the bad guys gave me was when I questioned Brutal Mafia. You see, because generally I get along with Brutal Mafia. But I will ask him the hard questions, like Brutal Mafia said he cleaned up crime scenes. And that's usually governmental or a big company. So if you're in that, you get dental insurance and you get a good wage. So it didn't jive, man. It wasn't hip that you said Brutal Mafia. By the way, don't feel bad. He thought he doxed me. Right. He did. He celebrated it. I doxed Sam Hill. And I have a problem with him? Probably, but certainly after that. I doxed Sam Hill. Brutal Mafia. His name is Burn. Hey, I don't have a real problem with you, Sam, but I doxed you. But did he? Did he? What was the proof of this Einsteinian brutal mafia? Brutally wrong. His proof was brutal mafia. No hero. But I gave him a mod. Why did I do that? Maybe loyalty. Let's see. Let me finish and then finish with chat. He didn't realize that when I said, how did you get that? It was humiliating in the time and efforts he made to get that. And it was probably not even my name. He went back, stream after SHA. I mean, I've done 12 hours. He was so obsessed with this. He went back, let's say, 15 episodes. A lot of hours to hear my wife, who is accented, say Bon. She was addressing me. I call her wife. A lot of times in real life too, just as a way of acknowledging how special I appreciate her. I got one life, one wife, and she got the same. One God, anyway. So I do call her wife a lot. She calls me a lot husband. In other words, she shortens it to Bon. Bon. Yes, wife, Bon. So from that nothing burger, this brutal mafia had been spending hours. I want to dox Sam Hill. Hours. And he came up with that. And he said, well, maybe I want to believe it. Maybe a part of, if he's smart, he was, nah. But he got that ego. Boy, I feel bad for Brutal Mafia. Because I don't want to be doxxed. I don't want him doxxed. And his picture got doxxed. Is that irony that he thought he doxed me? It was not good. And because of that, I'm able to say that I don't think Brutal Mafia works in that kind of job or one with dental insurance. That's my enemies took that one thing. And because I basically, Brutal Mafia is the Magnificent Seven. I just talked about this with somebody. Meaning that sometimes you got to do dirty work that you don't want to do. And look, we're waiting. We have traps and glues for the mice. And I might say to my wife, in the Philippines, you deal with all that. Could you go? You get the idea. Or not. I will read chat, but I'm trying. I think you've seen, I've lost support. I've been attacked for not being the warrior, but seeing if I could get someone to act in my view, a Christian way, which is specifically, I ask you, GLM, your best angel, I'm not making it up. It's a terrible thing to accuse Andy of being responsible for the death of his mother due to negligence. It's horrific. Now, doesn't a part of you get that? Or do you have this strategy? Well, I'm trying to get Andy Cruz to change his behavior and maybe take down some things. But I assert to you, ma'am, GLM, why don't you try the nice way of trying to make some kind of accommodation, of civility. And then you can go to him like you came to me. And you said, it's important, basically, for me to take down a stream because of doxing. What did I? Well, see, I'm trying to model this. Are you the people who left? Maybe you're lurking. You left, but it was the right thing to do to bring up May noodles. So you can see. No, I'm not for censorship. Now, if I brought her up and didn't challenge her, that would hold more. I challenged her. No. So it bothers me because that was the right thing to do for you guys. So this stream is for the mass of people of 29 who I appreciate. It got under 20 and it don't make me feel good. Unless I have a guest up, or I'm doing something really good. Like I did improv the other day. Got no reaction. But I really went for it. Let me see. And then I'm going, as usual, too long. Let me see. Okay, I got my idea. I think. I don't know. I had an image, but I took down the image. I thought I wouldn't need it anymore. But now I need it. What am I going to do? I'm looking for an image. This will have to do. I try to be truthful and help people and laugh. And addiction, Sam, did you know my sister died from overdose? And you, Sam, noticed I like candy from Bakersfield. Very special, Sam. And yeah, that was sent to me out of a cool, generous... Oh, don't give me that, Mike. He knew. You're a sugar dude. And you've been on Andy. Stop! Sam, you stop. You're wrong. Yeah, I like sugar. but it's not an addiction. It is an addiction, Mike. Oh, anyway, okay, sorry. Again, a little too involved, a little too crazy, but a little improv. And Mike made me feel bad because it's like he's not really probably an addict, but I'm making fun of him. I'm laughing at Mike. I'm feeling bad because Mike probably purposely wanted me to feel bad. So Mike defended me in another stream so I'd feel bad. Right, Mike? I got it. How dare you defend me? But he did. And I got to backtrack on this negativity and thank Mike. It's such a big deal because so few people do it. So, a picture of Mike hugging me. AOC Alice. Wow, right? He put on weight. It's a remarkable, like, I lost all of COVID for a couple of years. I took off 10 pounds. It was a lot to me, but this, what is that? Colitis. What is that called? I don't need that stuff. Like, AOC takes this drug that make his penis perform in a manly sexual way. What's it called? Cialis? Is that it? I don't know. It's like the reveal of people. Like I've always warned you about A.O. Cialis. He covers. That's why he makes like he got such a big dick because he can't perform. Do you get that? Here's an idea. Do you comprende? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That's like vids don't got that comprehension. So on a reading test, he would be very low in comprehension. It's a test of a very simple test. Do they comprehend what you're telling them? It's called understanding, but it holds. So most people get it. That's why there are people smarter than me. Obviously, I get that, PhDs. But a lot of guests have been on other streams. They come up with me and they act surprised, like, wow, you're kind of smart and funny. Well, yeah, mate. You don't believe all that bullshit. That's why you're on here. Have fun or whatever. May noodles interest people, whether you like her or not. And that's what I had Natto up here. And he was really good, but are you more interested in May noodles, good or bad, or Natto? So I'm still interested in her. There's something about her that drew people in the first place, like her or not. There's something interesting about May noodles. There was a Joker in the Batman movie. Eichmann at trial. That Mossad, man. So one of the worst Nazis. I mean, it was bad enough being a Nazi, but this guy was involved in extermination of all those people. And he got out of Germany, man. A lot of those Nazis got out of Germany. But you better not believe in God because you'd end up in hell, right? They knew it. But Ben, like this Eichmann, probably had this past that if you accept Jesus Christ before you're dead, you go to heaven. Well, I'm not I don't believe that. I'm probably not my faith. My Vatican don't. I can't go with that. But Eichmann got away with stuff. Karma. Oh, karma. Man. No, karma generally sometimes works, but a lot of Nazis died old. You get the idea? So, Israeli Mossad got some information. Maybe a Jewish man in Argentina, maybe in Argentina, I'm not sure, got back to the Israeli government that, you know that Eichmann guy? I think I saw him. I saw that evil, and the Mossad said, yeah, we've been looking for that motherfucker. He killed one of the, and so what did they do? Because Argentina, in case you haven't noticed, is not close to Israel. Hamas, evil, right next to them. But so the Mossad said, we got a problem here, Houston. We got a problem. We got it. This guy, we got to capture him. He killed. But what's the problem? Argentina, man. In that time, the government was probably pro-not. It's far place. But they did it. They flew a team to Argentina from Israel. And did they follow his movements? Because this Eichmann, they had photos or something. They knew that this Eichmann would come out of someplace and go to his car. So the Mossad dudes, I don't know if they were women, probably men, but there might have been a woman. They, out the window, among the group, they put closest to the door where the guy could reach out as Eichmann's walking, reach out and grab him real quick. Maybe open there, but the strongest arm, right? So the dudes got in the car, the Mossad, and here comes Eichmann down the road, and they go, and Eichmann is halfway, the car goes screech, and the Jewish Mossad with the strong arms reached out. He might open the door, but let's say reached out and grabbed that motherfucker and brought him in the car, and off they went. And I won't go into it, but they flew the guy without anybody knowing, the government, out to Israel, and he was tried, man. There's like clips of it. They put him in a glass booth, man. There's a play called The Man in the Glass Booth, was Eichmann, and the world reported on it, like a really, it was like collective Israeli, Jewish, and good people around the world who hate Nazis. Feel good. I mean, the ultimate price will be his death and violence, but in a New Testament kind of justice kind of way. One life for the death of millions. And some things were brought out interesting. What was the face of evil? What was a man whose work was planning extermination for groups of people? Just about all of them innocent. I mean, if some of them murder. But no, the Nazis especially killed Jewish people. And here it was, the Jewish people in a New Testament or Old Bible, whatever kind of way, man, here came justice. Adolf Eichmann on trial in the land, officially the land of the Jewish people. There was a collective sense. Like, if this happened years ago, a small girl went down, got caught in a well, was trapped. And thousands of people were dying in car accidents. But the center stage of collective consciousness, and somewhat unconscious, was centered not on all these thousands of Americans dying or cancer, but on this one girl. So in that moment, across the nation, it's like Americans were united in trying to wish something wonderful, that the girl could be brought out alive. We identify. Some of you in this chat identify with each other. Some of you who want to be heroic would look to Sue. Some of you just being decent and smart, but maybe opposite politics, look to Mike. Oh, Mike, you keep going on with Mike. Okay, how many other of you served in the military? Chose to, yeah, that means something to me. Oh, I've been attacked. I didn't like this German guy. Because to me, this Terry don't like America. I got that sense. I said, name one good thing about America. He said McDonald's. I said, let's just be real. That you exist in a free Germany because of America. Not me, I wasn't around, but you get the idea. He wouldn't acknowledge it. That's true. American lives and so many others were given so he could live in a democracy. That wasn't even totally free, because after World War II, the Russians got East Germany, communist, and the Allies got West. And then, fall of communism, Berlin united, not to be communist. Communism was defeated. The people given the choice, well, will choose freedom. Who want communism over freedom? It goes against common sense. Well, the communists say, yeah, but we all believe in equality. But that's not the way it works. So we looked at Soviet Union to see how communists did. It didn't work. It brought about the destruction from within. Communism isn't good. It's funny, somebody accused, when they want to go low and lie, like somebody called me a communist. Probably to get my reaction. But it's just obvious. Most people know that communist is terrible. But China wouldn't allow me to speak out, and they're communist. Anyway, I won't go on. I provoked myself. Second tier, I believe, that's why I stopped watching. Then he started saying horrible things about me, because German lady went after him. But I bought one of the points. I could have been wrong. The picture I saw was an older looking dude. So I think purposely, and you can all evaluate whether it's good or not, but it's based in non-truth. That's what I said. Just like I think Little Feet buys views. People, they can't handle the truth. Mr. Nicholson, he's still alive. Jack Nicholson. Wow. This Gene Hackman just died, and I only remember him from the movies. So the last picture of him at 91, you go, whoa, people change when they get really old. I don't know, but I got relatives. Okay, God Almighty. Dixie Babe. A fairly a new person. I'm going too long. I really have things to do, but thanks for being here. I do try to do my best, and I try funny, and sometimes it don't work, but I try. I am quick. Here's the deal. I'm smart because I cognitively talk back real quick, and sometimes with a twist. So you all know what I'm talking about. So now that this guy's trying to bait me, or maybe you don't like me, I tell you my most critical is I like smart people. Andy Cruz is smart. Who else? Abe is smart, but he's a horrible human being. Unless he tried to sing redemption song. Abe is a really, wow. I was fooled. I was blind, but now I see. He's talented. And I'm not crying. This Fitz is so stupid. I'm laughing. He doesn't comprehend. That's why I wanted to answer. I've been on already, but he kicked me off. He couldn't handle me. What you do as a streamer is, if he said I overtalk, so I do but what you do is you mute. You don't let the groovy guest making for a groovy stream. You don't get rid of him or her. That's just weak streaming. You're a weak streamer. So why did he do it? Because a lot of people didn't like me. So it's a Howard Stern. If they don't like you a lot, they'll care or respond. And so he showed he's weak because he could not handle me. Every time he threw something at me, I had to do it through myself, and it wasn't that. He's not that smart, and that's why I stopped watching him. And that's kind of why I don't really want to talk about him that much. But like I said, I had an hour, and I'm trying this strategy of trying to make peace with people. And I know people won't like that because the warrior, I said this before, is celebrated more than the peacemaker, right? But religious people know how blessed the peacemakers are and how the peacemakers make the world peaceful. Dixie Babe. Thanks for, she's pretty neutral, or I don't know, don't like me. Sam is trying to get people upset. He wants to be fake friends with GLM. That's a fair point. Well, Dixie, thank you. Have I ever said, I said at one point I thought we were friends. I thought we were. That's just the truth. So it's not getting people upset. It's no fakeness. It's saying what happened. I had to fight to have her come on because her enemies, and I said specifically, and there were others. I think Lycan wasn't thrilled with her at that point. Frank, and this Aussie outlaw who I thought was Buds until like last couple months. This Aussie outlaw told me if I talked to her, he'd get me off the internet. I mean, he'd get drunk and really, really nasty. So, of course, I don't come on stream to knuckle under to creeps like that. And then actually he became less creepy and would come on SHA. And I thought we were fine, but he's been sniping. Aussie outlaw. Fuck you, man. And you're banned. Talk about stab in the back. Frank is just a druggie. So he never, I don't think he ever understood. He had good comprehension when he was off drugs. But he went to Frank went to one of the best schools in America. And then got involved in drugs. And yeah, who's Frank, right? Frank DeRosa. I'm trying to tell you the history. And I'm trying to make kind of a peace with this lady who has said horrible things about me and other people. I'm not signing on and saying it's okay. And she's not signing on and saying I'm okay. We're saying that peace is better than a repeat of what we said, and it just feels better. And even in a spiritual sense, obviously, it's what we should strive for. Strive? You get it? And I think she hasn't gone after me. So that's a start. If my goal is to hope that she stops making Andy, or trying to make Andy feel guilty, I don't think he does, then what is more persuadable? Somebody yelling at you and saying, or somebody trying to be reasonable so you can have a dialogue. But stream-wise, that's not smart. People fight. And if I'm willing, I want to fight with this, I want to not lay pervert. So he's going to come at me with lies, and I'll try to tell the truth about him. Most people know. But I know direct where he did it, all those things. And people group up. I think May Noodles knows about him. But these people serve May's purpose. What is her purpose? I'd ask her that. Building a channel, maybe? I don't think her purpose is to be hated. Well, that doesn't make sense. So, the way to persuade, I hope, is to be civil to GLM and not be judgmental. You got to get rid of the past. So just, yeah, it happened. I acknowledge it. You acknowledge what I did. But the groovy way is to let go of that, because the goal should be peace and positive and laughter. Yeah, I know some of you want us to fight. I never fight. I just let like with Nocto, I've been having some ill feel. I just let that up. And then I ball bust. And then but hate is not good. It'll get people watching for anyway. Is it 2 hours yet? Thanks for showing. Yeah, I'm proud of the chat sometimes. Really. The chat can be the best part. And someone was pointing that out to me, but maybe trying to jab at me by saying, the chat, they want to say hello to each other, meaning that they don't care about me. I don't believe that, but a lot of times, how many hours do I have to talk? Say hello and chat. So I do. Chat doesn't give its due. So thank you, SHA. Thank you. Thank you, SHA. Thank you, Spooky. And Sue, of course. Yeah, I was surprised that I had this guy up before, and I don't like his name. And I was prepared. He's very subtle. I was prepared to not really respect him, and I didn't. Right? But at the end, I said, well, I kind of like this guy. And then he came up today. Isn't he good? But he's very Hedberg kind of low volume. He's groovy, but it gets by you. And then after a couple of times, I got hey, you're kind of interesting and smart. How much are you playing? And how much so I'm interested in history. So I'm amazed that, Pearl Harbor, seem to know Pearl Harbor was why we got into war. Right? But I don't know. I'm not a great proponent of the educational system in America. And I taught in it for a couple of years. May Noodles, I didn't mean to be mean. But, my avatar is Grant. So I just, you know who that is, right? She didn't know it was Grant. Or, you know who Robert E. Lee is. And she didn't know. But that's more a reflection on our school system. Which I was part of for 2 years. And my memories. It kind of makes fun of me. But I like the memory anyway. Because when I taught, the kids normally, you're supposed to have a textbook or internet and go from there. But it was so boring. Even when people yawn on here, what do I do? So I would tell stories, trying to connect the themes. But kids listened. I like that. I even started putting in, I see God Almighty. You have to be careful, right? Biblical humor. So I'm not with Ozzy Outlaw, I think I just made up that Jesus, just as a kid, because he was in human form on her. As a kid, I've said this before, I still find it, but that the Jesus, our Lord, Son of God, had bragging rights. Son of God had bragging rights. That he probably went to school with other dudes, and they'd sit at the table eating their lamb or whatever they had. And they'd get talking, and one kid would say, my dad, that my dad owned a bunch of sheep. A lot. Whoa. Another kid say, oh, big shot, huh? My dad is head captain, head police. Man, my dad can arrest you, motherfucker. And there's Jesus. Oh, Jesus don't have to be outboasted. All you got to do is say, my dad created the world. I don't know. Some jokes, HB would understand that it doesn't land, but it lands with me. So I'm still trying to land some, the dissidence of the buttocks, that joke. I think Jesus, what time? 2 hours I really want. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Thanks. Yeah, I came up just to respond to vids, because when I'm kicked off, I don't get to have the final word, and I like that. I like the final word. So I came on my channel, but many words. Even now, there's no finality. I'm going toward the final. When will I say the final word? Finally, right? So let me give a good ending backdrop. Just a cool. There's no symbolism, but I was attacked for saying rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. This Fitz attacked me, and I explained the concept. He's just he didn't comprehend. It's like, how many times do I have to explain it to you, dummy? So because he's stupid, he don't get me, right? That's a problem. Dumb people don't get smart people. Or probably, do dumb people get dumb people? I think smart people get dumb people. But I think dumb people aren't smart enough to get other dumb. I don't know. I theorize. I'm done. That's it. I'm done. Where's the... no. This one's good. There you go. I think Jesus is going to be very upset with you. The hotter it gets, the less clothes I will wear. Now, Saucy Sue, according to me, got really upset that I said Saucy Sue is not my type. Well, I'm married, for one thing. Right? Not my type. But that's not the truest answer. I'm trying to think why you weren't my type. I had your type. Yeah. My first wife was a little bit your type. So as I've said, I like to try different things. But the compliment in that is you're very attractive lady that a bloated catfish would be jealous of. I think that just stands out as pretty common sense. Because you got the curves, right? I mean, I don't want to be crude. See, people make fun of me. I'm just saying you're attractive. And men would find you attractive in their natural hormonal, right? That's all. I feel bad because I didn't mean it. I meant it in a semi-malicious way. Okay, I did, but as I got to like you, I didn't like that response. So, but it's also honest. But why do I have to say it? But I will say that if I went weeks, maybe a couple days, well, that's not true, because I went a couple. If I went a week, I lost my girlfriend, and you showed up, you would be my type. Especially, yeah. I was going to say my dick would find you, the dick's type. But that's kind of crude. But yeah, because we operate at different levels. Don't we follow our heads and heart. And when we follow our dick, it don't end well, usually. You need the reasoning there. You don't want to end up in jail. Okay. I'm not, see, I don't make, it's never, grape is never to be made fun of. Ever. I do believe that. Do I get a pass? If somebody took offense at that comment, do I get a pass because I was indeed had a horrible sexual assault at me 16? I mean, black people get more use of the N-word, right? Yeah, I don't think it works that way. The treatment of me by people like Poon and others, even May, I think. Somebody came up and made a joke. I think it was a not late pervert, twisting the details of what happened to me at 16. Twisting the details and then laughing. And May heard that and laughed. And I'm thinking, what? Take my name. You're making fun of a sexual assault? You have been, May. So you're getting a little bit of the drift why people don't like this lady, right? But I like her on air. That's what, no, I wouldn't like Hitler on air. It goes to the point that I get attacked because I bring people on air that I don't like. They know that's bullshit, but they depend. Check out the chat at May. They're stupid. SHA will argue with me. SHA has enough balls to leave. When I brought May Noodles on, a lot of you left. Just took off. Some of you didn't come back. But having balls, sometimes you need puss. Right? You get one. You need like freedom to do things how you want. And be a fool. Tell people that if you bring May on air to unsub, right? Tell them. And then kind of feel bad when they actually do it. but telling me that I had no choice. Because then you have no personal power as a streamer. And you're disrespected. The people, the really kind of smart people who follow me, believe in part 2 of Don Cervantes. Very insider, but that book, Don Quixote. Meaning that hopefully a lot of you come to Sean have heard bad or play me for a fool. And then hopefully discover that there's method behind that madness. Or psychosis. They say, like my age. Well, if I was old, I'd have to play that troll being younger for 6 years. Wouldn't that make me the best troll ever? But I do not claim that credit. I couldn't do it. But I do get older. I am 6 years older. So it interests me. It's like a test. There are people, they don't want to listen to proof that I'm not old. So they follow the mob. But this goes into a theme I've been trying to develop. Hang on. I've been kind of trying to blend this in because this story resonates. It always has a couple biblical stories. I hope I didn't get rid of it. I mean, it resonates so much. I don't know. I'm looking for an image. A barbarous. Okay, this will have to do. I think I got rid of it. The mob, to me, can root for the wrong, can root for the fiction, can believe the lie, and root for barbarous. Barbarous? Alex? And then there's the groovy, maybe fewer, who do not root for this evil image of an evil man, a likeness before you. Alex? But the groovy people, not the mob, the smart and the groovy shout, Sam Hill. Hero. Who would call me a hero? Me? Somebody got to do it. I promise you, I keep my promise that I will never soap up one of my fingers and shove it up my anus and masturbate. I mean, I won't shove it up there. And I could not. Well, not in my anus. I have been known to on occasion. Maybe play with myself, wait for my wife or something. Anyway. If you get overly excited thinking about puss or whatever, masturbate right before you're with the object of your connection, and you'll last longer. See, I give advice here too, so much. If you, here's kind of a pretentious, but true kind of pitch that I want you to do something. It's manipulative, but using the real. There actually is, once upon a time, a really, really big streamer connected to the Howard Stern show. Said that all of you should boycott SHA, me. And I'm thinking, yeah, if I went racist or hurt, if I went real life, I get it. Never have. I just use my words. And the people who follow know that. And yet, he didn't want little feet to say boycott doxers of innocent people, porn bombers. How about flashers? A couple years ago, flashers. But he seems to get along with that sexual deviant. Me, little feet, said on air, Little Feet was said boycott Sam Hill. What? You mean you're the guy who gave 6 hours so you could show your best? I think when you lose the most important thing in your life, you can get grumpy and it turn you mean. Better outcome, it turn you compassionate and sensitive. But these little feet are connected to a man out of control, ethically. Like Poon, he was the big cheese. And it's been eaten away by mice. I got mice. Haven't seen him in a couple of days. Anyway, so yeah, my thoughts. I'm looking at, they didn't come out. So I said, put some food on top. It's glue paper, you know. It's really like, I don't want to think about it too much because with a trap, it killed the mice instantly. Instantly, that's how, right, better. But with this glue I've been avoiding, the mice fall in like the paper and they can't get out and they eventually suffocate. Because mice, I mean, they just do what mice are supposed to do. Am I affected by Disney cartoons? Yeah, right. Mama puts in front of the TV, they play Disney. Yeah. Couple more things. And I should be done. What's fake news? Mel, I think you were attacking me, but you seem fine. So hopefully I'll remember and give you a main account. You seem like a fine lady. I don't know you except we said hello. So nothing against you. Probably good in your love. I'm happy for both of you, sir, because I'm in love. That's my deal. People in love frequently, and I do, wish other people, well, even if you don't like them, to succeed in love. So good for you, if that's the person I'm thinking of. I have this image up for a reason. Inflation is a complicated issue. But Mike, people might have to wait. If inflation is low, Republicans and Trump politically are in good shape. Because if inflation continues, then Republicans will probably take over the House of Representatives. So to me at this point, inflation is what got Trump elected for sure. And then there's Biden incapacity. But Mike, you got a good point. If the price of eggs are still high, Republicans will be in danger of losing the House. What about age? The average mortality of a man in America is 74. People wondered about Biden. What about Trump? So I hope he's well. It's a really remarkable story that he was inches. It's a phrase, but literally, people misuse, literally inches away from death with a bullet going closer than the ear. So, wow. What a life he had, huh? Mike, I overpraised him, but there's so little defense that it was a big deal to me. And I'm still gonna, like the sugar demons. I shouldn't have said that. The sugar monsters. That I thank him, but should I not talk about his 2 teeth? If you have 2 teeth, it means so much. Why doesn't he fix his teeth? Wow. I'd ask Mike, but he won't come up. I mean, you only have, I try to make it better. When I confront, Mike, you only got 2 teeth, but Reb only got 1. You got 100% more teeth than Reb, who got 1 tooth. Why didn't? What about when you were in the service? Did you have you've had cavities, right? Oh yeah. I know. You've been a sugar addicted. You've been a sugar addict. Sorry, all your life, Mike. Yeah, but shut up about it. Well, you got a point. Okay. Sorry, Mike. Mike's a good guy. Sam was born. Sam smokes his grass and joints. I'm a multi-consumer. I got my vape. Every once in a while, if my wife is in the house, we agree that it's not marijuana. We pretend, right? If you want to have a lot of love in marriage, you pretend a lot, right? Yes, and you nod a lot. That's a common joke, but it's funny because it's true. If you're married, That's right, Spooky. What about hash? Well, I haven't had cash in a long time. Sometimes, long time. Like Amsterdam, there's a lot of hash. Hash is like a concentrated kind of a putty. It's really strong, and I like it. What about hash? Good memories. She denies this, but May Noodles does not have a good record of truth. Oh yeah, boycott sounds good. And then she comes on SHA, all over the place. But she's trying something new. And that would be good if she's successful, because then she won't dox people and do stuff like that. She'll be out of our hair, so to speak. There's a likeness of Andy Cruz's mother, because do you all know this? Part of the motivation to talk civilly to GLM is to say, please, GLM, stop talking about Andy causing the death of his mother through negligence. So I think she should do it. Change, not do it. Sorry, I said not. I think she should no longer talk about Andy and his mom. It's just the right thing to do on nearly every level. How can you justify that? Well, it'll get him to drop. No, there's better ways, because she said she's bringing up Andy and his mother to try to get Andy to drop. There's better ways of doing it. And it's so, aren't you all shocked that person don't like Andy? So she makes video day by day talking about how Andy caused the death of his mother. What? Did she live in that house? You get the idea. So I'm just trying to get you to get that basic decency I think I don't know why you do it. That you must know, and I believe that you are a Christian. Yeah, Putin is KGB, worked in East Germany, came back and worked under the premier, I forgot his name, and then took over, and he's been in power over 20 years, I believe. But to understand Putin, you probably have to understand that he was KGB. He think like the KGB, and he's brilliant. He's a villain to me. Somebody talked about Russia, but the Rubicon was crossed. That Ukraine is corrupt, and so is Russia. But the Rubicon meaning that one country don't physically try to conquer another country in modern times. And this Putin is audacious, and he did. Now, was it worth it? At some point, the war will end. Was it worth it? Because Russia has suffered. They might even, if things go south completely, win the war. But they've suffered. Just like in World War II, America suffered. Should I remove this picture? Tell GLM appropriately that you wish she would no longer bring up Andy Cruz's mother. Can we have a negotiation? Is Spooky a peacemaker? Would someone, Spooky, would you do that? You get along with most people. You get along with yeah. Spooky could be a SHA peacemaker. If you did that, that's what you'd be known for. How groovy, right? She makes a lot of sexy, happy, but more than that, she's a peacemaker. She got two people who hate each other to kind of be civil with each other. But it's not Spooky's responsibility, right? Trump said he would end the war in one day, but people get that he probably wasn't going to do it. So it's not that I'm putting too much responsibility on Spooky, but you never know. So there's your goal. And then, if that works, we'll send you to the Holy Land. When am I done? I've gone over. I need to be brutal with myself and enough. But there's Rachella. What a cool person. As I said, Spooky is underrated. I mean, her looks are rated, but her heart rises higher, in my estimation. Meaning, I respect Spooky. I don't know how it got better. I couldn't tell you. I don't know who said the first kind word, because I always had a nasty word for Spooky, and she reciprocated. Yeah, she's brutal, a tough lady. I don't know how it even changed. I thought she was trolling me by being nice. I'll be right back. And the test showed, I'm not telling you. If she gets preggers, I'm not telling you. I've learned. Rachel, a changed woman, if you change position. Sam is modest. He has made sweet loving with well over two. Not for many years. Yeah, I had an upsurge of puss after I got divorced, and then a lot of puss, but I didn't want to be with that puss again. I had it too good. It's like better to be poor and maybe lose everything, but because but to be rich and lose may be harder. God loves me. Listen to your best angels. Try to blot out the world. This is not GLM. I don't have a likeness. I'm afraid. She takes things sometimes the wrong way. So, no likeness for GLM. Certainly would never use the one Reb used. Ever, ever, ever. Here's a likeness for Vids. What a dummy. Look, I talked to him like I'm talking to you, and he just wouldn't get it. He'd bring up it's like he did not comprehend. And he said, like, himself, he didn't have that much. And I went, duh. But people like listening to you in the morning. You're not getting too much. I know. Why don't you pick a fight with Sam Hill? And you have something to talk. And after I came up, they had, yuck, yuck, yuck. I made the stream, but he kicked me off. But then he had content to make fun of me with a man who doesn't like America. And I don't know why Vids don't call him out. I'm not saying that you don't love America. Why do you put up with that bullshit with Terry? Ask him if, I think he might have been asked if he liked American, and he would not answer. So I'm telling you, Vids dummy, you talk about me letting people up. Well, let him up, but you need to announce the truth that he's anti-American. When I bring Alex up, I call him out. So you're not going to call out this Terry guy? Ask him if he loves America. Wow, Sam, so patriotic. No, it's not that he doesn't have to love America, but he's disparaging, and his own life, the quality is due to our ancestors who fought in World War II and the Cold War, meaning he would not even say, thank you, America, for as a nation, as one American, you stood up to communism, and we have a free Germany, most prosperous country in Europe, because of what America did. That's all. Because it's not that I call out people, but I get a whiff of someone who don't like America. And that's just my opinion. I don't like it, and I'll call that person out. And I've done that to Terry. And then because he make little cute witticisms, stupid people like Vids, like Terry up. I've had Terry up. I haven't asked him on again, have I? No. Terry can be witty, but nah, he's not worth it. He's not. Terry is top tier as a guest, but he's not a streamer, is he? He's not that good, dummy. But you don't know, Vids, because you're not that smart, because you have no comprehension. If you listen to that stream, but what do you take it down? Because I had to repeat and repeat and repeat, and you didn't understand. So don't you hold me accountable for you being not smart enough to understand. Hey, Naptos. I'm not 39. I don't claim to be. Hey, God Almighty, it's good to have you among us, mere mortals. Just having somebody with those words, I like. The concept, right? He's God Almighty is put in a security spot in heaven. Folks, these are my favorite mortals. And Sam's going to end this in 10 minutes when he finishes. God is the creator and ruler of the universe. We are lucky to have him in chat. Ballsy. Ballsy? 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 Bless you, SHA. Good vibrations, man. Thank you. Thank you, God. Always righteous. Yeah, we're pro-God, but you don't have to be God. People who say they believe in God don't believe in God. Show it through your actions, and I don't even know. I haven't read the Bible. But sometimes, it's like Finian's Rainbow. Like, I know I should, get through the whole thing because Joyce is my favorite author, or even Melville, Moby Dick. I started anyway. Thanks, SHA. Welcome, Sunny Chubb. Always smart, looking young in your pick. This is Vids. He's a dummy. Now, Naptos. If you open Fort Knox, we can go. Fort Knox is where they keep the gold that belonged to our country. It's in Kentucky, I believe, and it's a big fort, man. And sometimes they have training. It's a huge fort, and it's smart because you can't get to the gold because it's part of a military base. Hey, Sunny Chubb, is that Letty? What is that? Letty Insider, even for me. Low, yes. Oh, is that your cat? Nice. Oh, good avatar. I like that. Yeah, was the only guest that asshole guy. He was pretty good, but was he the only one? Who else came up? Forget. I don't know if this is a real poon. It's a diminished poon. So don't expect much. Assholey likes touching doggies, red rockets. Disgusting comment. This Alex, he's really sick. So in his avatar, this Alex would show the penis of a dog. And he thought it was funny. That's a sick part. Sam in his 40s. God is the gold. The money, right? Some people pray to it and worship it. He close to hammered. Who? People saying hello. Again, God Almighty Naptos. I can't even get in Fort Knox. Lol. Laugh out loud. I think Soros. Political. Here's a political. I think Soros emptied out Fort Knox. At least that's... Soros got a Congressional Medal of Honor or some such before Biden left. I don't know. He's probably too liberal, but I don't know much about him. I'm not entertaining that comment, Poon. It's not true, but... You want to talk about Soros? The thing is that people around Soros and very left-wing people think he will. So it's based on one's political... But can't you be like a liberal and a good... How about how you treat your family? I don't know. I don't have a position on him is what I'm saying. I know of him. And he's probably influential, but I don't know. Do I care? Money moves nations. Is that the deal? He's super rich and he can influence. Bible talk is good talk, but not here. People, not for SHA, but little stories I use, right? In my own. Who's the dude on pan? That's a likeness of Vids. He's really stupid. He don't want to have a truce. He's trying to pick a fight, but he's second tier. I don't want to fight. So it's very flattering. Like he say, oh, we got something here. The expose of Sam, like people haven't gone at me for 6 years. Oh, alert the media. You're gonna talk about me. Well, that's a compliment. That's what May Noodles would do. She would play clips of me, right, and say, oh, he's hounding me. Oh, wait a minute. What are you playing? That's the water cap. Nothing up there. I got it. Where is Letitia? Is there a Letitia? Who are you talking about? I don't know Letitia. Too insider, but I'd like to. So here's a little stuff I don't know that people follow. Oh, yes, David. She spit in an officer's face. Apparently that's frowned upon. So is biting a police officer's arm, which HB did. Sonny, some drunk hillbilly. They're all the same. How dare you? Have you ever been in the Shenandoah Valley? Man, those people are nice, and it's beautiful up there. Don't tell me what to do, God all. Oh, wait. God. Okay. No. No lightning rod. Okay, so she's just letting people know. Here's a story I don't know, but she's sharing. Some people probably know it, and maybe I'll get to know about it. Yeah, we've been looking at the body camps. God Almighty, Trump said his Art of the Deal book is second to the Bible only. Yeah, but people know he exaggerates. We know that, right? And I kind of respect to see how far he I think he compared himself as the greatest first month, except he said humbly, Washington might have been better. See, he's a TV guy. It's like Russell Cook. When Russell Cook said he wanted to kill me, but then he said the great part. I just want you to know it's just not on air. It's for real. Trump does that too. Trump's a lot like Russell Cook. They don't know each other, but I'd accuse Trump of stealing from Russell Cook. I usually ignore Southerners. Wow. I don't know what to say to you, God. I mean, you're God. God, you're perfect, right? So I'm going to ignore this comment. It's the best I can do. She should be locked up for her own good, Sonny. I'm skipping Poon on purpose. SHA. Now, it falls somewhere between Catcher in the Rye and War and Peace. The author, War and Peace is one of the great books. Tolstoy, I think. But I couldn't get through it. I got up to when the French took Paris. Catcher in the Rye is by Salinger influencing history because the guy who killed John Lennon was obsessed. Somehow kind of weird deal going on with Catcher in the Rye, which is a book about the phoniness of adult society. I think the author ended up in some psychiatric. Anyway, they're both classics. War and Peace I never got. Catcher in the Rye is a much shorter book and modern. That's all. Tyson, he's not 50. Is he 58? Poon has the Bible on cassette. This B-Sucks guy got the Bible on wood because this B-Sucks burned the Bible. So anybody defending B-Sucks, and I disagree with you civilly, GLM. I think GLM speaks of the Bible in a great, respectful way. So GLM, this guy, he burns the Bible. So GLM, hopefully in a peacemaking kind of way, said, well, give him some rope. Meaning like, back away, Sam. Back away. So she went to B-Sucks and said, what about just a little like truce? And B-Sucks said, truce? I want to burn his house. But he said, I want to burn the house next to him and then burn his house. So people will be fooled. So I'm just some dude. You want to burn my house? God sees all. Well, don't blaspheme. Having Poon exist is bad enough. So help me God. Poon is all man shit. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to talk about Poon. I don't like Poon. Little cooking tips. Pesto baked salmon. I think I was in pesto. I actually think it's on the coast. It's part of Cathedral something in Italy. And I think we ended up in the town of Pesto. And there was a lot of pesto. That's what they were known for. But yeah, I think that we were in that town. And it's a spice. It's pretty good. Ribeye. My favorite, right? But it's not supposed to be good for it. But now it's in my head. And I want a ribeye. I'm getting towards supper time, right? Time to get off. What time is it? So I acknowledge Mike Kelsey, Neptos, Bri, smart Bri. Carlos Siha. This should have been, I was thinking 30 minutes to get my last word in. Vids, I don't want to fight you. Are you going to keep baiting me? Oh, I won't give him a chance. Well, motherfucker, why don't you be funny? Really? If you do content on me, that's saying how groovy I am. Right? You're going to say I'm horrible, but I'm not. I'm not. I didn't catfish. I don't show my face. So even if I want to catfish, I couldn't, and I don't want to. But you vids, you overreacted. See, I've talked about this, it's not my idea. But I don't know if vids can comprehend this concept. What somebody does is important. But maybe more so, more telling, is their reaction. Was it balanced? Was it balanced if it didn't happen at all? So, I repeated what German lady said about Bits, that his real picture showed a much older man. And I went through that. So, if Bits wasn't that old, as maybe he is, he might have said, oh, fuck you, Sam. That's not true. But what he did was an overreaction. He said, let's start looking at the background of the Sam Hill. What? That's like going real life. So it's telling that he knows, in my opinion, that he was catfishing and he got caught. Just like, in my opinion, Whoosh, Little Feet, got caught buying views. The reaction was to boycott. The more balanced, smart reaction would have been, no, I don't do that. You get it? Now it's an opinion. But I'm pretty good at that kind of inference. Not as much, like, you probably don't want to mess. Whoosh is kind of smart. But that's just my attitude. I'm amazed that I'm still here. Still here. Thank God. Oh, I wanted to tell host Buster Russell why I didn't come on SHA. I don't think the rest of you will care. So, Sam totally. Well, yeah. I went to appear on Buster's, and then I saw something. I'm thinking how to end this. I was gonna. Oh, there's a funny small channel at this point called something like Spaz. Any of you know about this? Was it just Spaz? Something like that. And you all interested in our world, especially the pervert, the British pervert, my enemy, the Spaz channel. They're basically clips showing the best way of smashing a person, showing their own words. And this Spaz place, I'll put it in comments. So if you want to see a really, really small channel, but you're really interested in the truth about this pervert, go there. I just found it. So I told them I'd recommend them. So look, if you interested in that guy, go sub. And I'll put the name under the comments. It's 3 p.m. Yeah, who streams at 3 p.m.? But I stream when I want, and I like it. I like it like that. Thanks, you guys. Be well. Till we meet again. My name is Sam Hill.